guys can put your cameras back on. Yes. So welcome everybody. Today we're gonna start talking about the seven Andean codes. Okay, is uh, in the Inca and the Andean shamanism, um, all the shamanic journey is called the Andean cosmic vision. That's how they call it, the cosmic vision of how they understand the creation, how they understand all the energies involved in our dimension, in our the energies that interact with us, and what we can do in the middle of all this amazing journey, of all of this amazing ocean of energies, cosmic energies, also in here in the planet, natural energies, lots of things that are around of us. And so the way they find a methodic way on how to access to and understand these energies is through these seven Andean codes. So today we're gonna start talking about the first one is called Kausai. So it's written down like this. And if you can read it, no, it's not good. I will spell it for you. It's Kausay. Kausy, Kausai. This means literally means health, but in the shamanic concept, this will be existence. This is the code about existence, all sorts of existences. And it's about our existence. So it will be the first chakra. Will be connected to the first chakra, and it will be about our life, our surroundings, our reality, and about everything we are doing, and everything that interacts with us, all the things that they also interact, that we have a relation with. So with this is the first part we're gonna start studying is the Kausai code. No, it's not laws. It's not like the seven cosmic laws. Those are laws. No laws. The nothing can change it. That's a law. A law means something that is unbreakable, and nothing can change it. No, you cannot change the cosmic laws. The seven cosmic laws. But these are codes. It's not that these are breakable things, because these things are not about breaking them or finding ways around of it. These codes are actually designed for us to integrate it on us. So we have to integrate it on us. We have to integrate this all of these energies from the seven codes integrated in our person, in our life. And so the way we do it is through following rituals, by having an altar, by having different stuff. But all of that we will learn later on. Right now we're just getting into the concepts, so understanding the concepts. Now we're gonna start healing our existence, and that means many things. No, that our existence is a big thing to talk about. But the first thing to start healing our existence is gonna be now another another 7-day meditation of when we were in our mother's womb. I mean, in our mother's womb, and the process of how we create our body. No, and we have to acknowledge that the 70% of our information comes from our mother, and then the 30 left percent is your father. No, and this basic creation of our body, no, the basic, the foundations, no, the I'm talking about our nerve system, no, our nerve system. And so our mother, during this process of the creation of our body, uh, she put also information from her information from her surroundings. Like if you were born in a war, you will born with some things about it. Now your mother will transmit to you some fears, some concerns, some worries, some things. Then you may have strong things to develop anxiety, fears, and security, because these things were put on you as not a bad thing. Our mother never did nothing bad to us. She just installed information that we needed to have. We need to have this information because it was like what was going on around her in the moment. No, it's the same like if you were born in a spiritual thing, you will also will have this information on you. So in this meditation, 9 months meditation, we're gonna start analyzing, analyzing, feeling it out, what comes from our mother, what comes from our father, receiving information from this thing, from these strong things in our life. You know, our mother, our father, are gonna be always one of the most important things we're gonna have in our lives, all along our lives, no matter what. Um, but at the same time, our mother put good information on us and good stuff. Also, there was other things, and these things were not completely positive. And these things are not ours. These things don't belong to us, because we got to be focused on the universe is about us and only about us. And so once again, we got to remember that what we were doing was to create our body. We were these cosmic gods or goddesses, and for 9 months we were creating our body, as long at the same time with our mother. No, our mother and our father are just person. You know, if we go to their lives, they will be something similar to the Titanic movie, you know, when the old lady say, "You wanna listen my story," you know, and her story was such a story, right? So all of us story is the same. It's such amazing story, and so our parents too, our mother, our father, they also were these nice souls, these beautiful people, and their life and things got them into be your father, your mother. And they also have to face problems, obstacles, fears, bad programations, all the stuff that we are talking in this school about how to heal from programations. No? That's one of the the first parts in the school is we will heal. That's why we're studying the cow cycle, healing our existence. So our existence, we have to start healing it from these very strong, deep parts, even from when we were just one cell, 2 cells, 3 cells. That's how everything got started. And so from that moment also things got to start, information start working on us. And So the job right now is meditate 7 days, and recreate the 9 months of our beginning in this lifetime. And recreate the 9 months, and basically it's not basically just like kind of a time lapse of how a human body is created in a woman's womb. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is in those 9 months, what information you receive, what comes to you, what you detect from your mother, from your father, what information they put on you. And so because this is very very important to get to know us very good, to be very sure, to have been done all these meditations, all these self analysis is very strong for our subconscious, our soul, our mind, our general knowledge, our magical knowledge, especially to know these kind of things, to at least try it once in your life, to do the effort to conceive this kind of concepts. No, nowadays is more usual to find this kind of mother. I don't remember the term in English, but this the same thing we're doing in here right now. There's all the others like programations, no, so it's about reprogrammation. So once again, I'm gonna be very clear on, if you detect something negative, it's not about judging or feeling bad because of it. It's just gathering information. What information do I have? So okay, so this information, all right, simple, this information, that's it. I will, so because if we detect some negative things that comes from our mother, uh, not judging, and because we're gonna heal from that, we're gonna start healing from that, but we need to know what we're gonna heal from, have a good idea of what we're gonna do. What is this meditation about? It's not about judging. I never told you go and analyze yourself and start judging every negative things you may find on yourself, because that's not gonna give you nothing, leads you to nothing. It's not gonna heal nothing. Judging doesn't heal nothing. So it's gathering information, value information, that we're gonna, well, it's better to for you, and you have it is write it down, store it, so you can have it clear some things, because sometimes we are repeating our parents' personalities, our parent things, good areas or negative areas in our parents. We are repeating them, so we need to wake up, right? The magic awakening. So we need to be us, not be other things, because these other things were installed on us along this journey. We were these gods in the universe. You were a goddess in the universe, and you want to experience a lifetime. But in that process, when you were a baby and developing process, once you get inside the cell, that's the magical moment. That's when you forgot everything. That's when you start to live this journey, because the journey, you don't live it as a god. The journey, you live it as a cell that reproduces, creates a baby, gets out of the mom, and starts learning. And in the very beginning, everything was our mother and our father. They were the gods, they were the providers, the carriers, the most knowledgeful people that we know. They were everything. They were our universe, and that is not bad. That is beautiful. I love my mother, my father. I love that my daughters loves me, and everything. But what happens later on, at some point, as adults, we need to start also remembering more information about us, because all of this information about our parents We have it already. We sometimes, like I say, we are acting the same way that they did, and even our life is been going the same ways as them in some ways, or we are trying to find a partner that is our father or is our mother, or is very similar to our father, or trying to find characteristics from our father and our next husband or wife, no, or something like that. And so these things will are not harmonic, because it's not you, it's them. And we need to be focused on us. Of course that they are part of us, yes, but there is one part that is more us, only us, and that's what we want to follow in this school. Okay, so one more time, don't feel like the school judges our parents or our parents' heritage, legacies, the information in our genes in the shamanic school is not good seeing or something like that. No, no, no. It's simply putting everything on place. Your parents are your parents, and you are you. And we also have to let go things from our parents, no, because we have this thing of we want our parents to be perfect. We have this expectation of our parents, every decision they take have to be perfect. And once again, I have to remind you the story of your parents were a person same as you. They started their journey same as you, and they also have virtues and challenges and everything, and they working in their own evolution in their way. So we cannot expect perfection from them. We got to use the example of the crazy friend. We all have some friend or some friends, or we know a friend from friend or something like that that is crazy, is taking his life crazy, is pregnant and is drinking alcohol, is doing this crazy stuff. But for some reason, we understand that people. We let it go. We give it one way or another. We don't make a big deal about this kind of. But our parents know they have to be perfect, and then we will be affected, and we will be big judges of what they did, why they didn't, what they should, why they shouldn't, and that's not our journey. We as children, we get into this tricky part of being children, of the too much expectation, of the perfection, of they did this to me, or I am like this because my father is angry, so I am angry. My mother is depressed, so I am depressed. Aha, it's part of the family, yes. But we want to wake up, right? That's the main point. We are here, so we need to start waking up. We are we. The depression in my family is not mine. It's in the genes. It's in my human body. But me, I am a God. I am a cosmic God, and I decide to come here and experience all of these beauties, all of these anxiety, depression, fear, anger. All of those things are beautiful things. Those things are things that give us challenges. Those things are things that give us the opportunity of showing our spiritual powers. You are a cosmic God, a goddess. So you have powers in you. There is big powers in you, but it's not the power of the victim. It's the power of the God, the goddess. So there is things that you can do if you take your time and space wisely, and you know what to do. So with this conversation, I'm telling you what to do, telling you to have a meditation. I'm telling you how to manage all this information, no, not to judge it. Just gather information, recognize where things come from your family, from your mother, from your father. They are in you. But do not hate these things. Do not try to get rid of like something bad. But just recognize these things, and we're going to start healing from these things, harmonizing, not necessarily healing, but harmonizing these things, but in another way. Okay, right now, no logical mind. You guys just let's follow the structure. Just follow the structure. Just meditation and observe, and what you learn from it. What do you learn from the information that comes from your mother? What do you learn from it? What do you learn from your father information? And where is your information? Okay, so that is the class today. Basically, the 9 months in our mother's womb, and that we are these cosmic travelers. And like I said in the beginning, none of these things actually belong to us. None of these things all of the things are things that we found here. It's part of the journey. Like, we want to know how it looks like in here. So now we have all of this, right? Happiness and sadness. And so let's start taking a healthy responsibility on us. Everything is me. And so then the big job right now is to convince yourself of that. That's what you have to I don't know how, but you have to understand that you are a goddess, you are a god. So you have to start taking this thing very seriously, accepting it in you, starting to, later on we're going to do more things, no? Because like I say in here, we don't just say strong statements and then that's it, and then you have to repeat the statement like you're a goddess. That is a strong statement. But what you do with that, with the strong statement, you don't do nothing. There's a 1 second realization, very good, very nice, but then later on something happens, and I don't remember that I'm a god, I'm a goddess. No, that's something that I'm working on myself too right now. Like, wake up, assume, take, be it, do it, feel it, sense it, basically be it. And next class we will start learning something on how to start integrating this energy on us, how to start to integrating our spiritual energy in the shamanic way, with the shamanic technique. And so right now that is your job. Convince yourself that you are a goddess, you're a god. Okay, the way you have gonna start doing this job is starting to open up to the idea first, right? Open up the idea. Of course, we all know it because nice post on Instagram or Facebook, something like that. But now it's not gonna be a post. This is not a post. This is reality. So let's start living real realities, no programmation realities. The real reality is that you are a cosmic god, cosmic goddess, and you came here, and your purpose was to experience this. And then one of the purposes is also remember that as a god, you came here, you forgot everything by going inside one cell and becoming flesh. But now your purpose was that, to come here, forget everything, and remember everything. So let's start remembering, okay? Let's start remembering that we are these spiritual people, this strong, special, okay? You are unique. You have powers that other people don't have, and other people has powers that you don't, and that's how we all create this amazing humanity thing, no? Um, and so The way of we're gonna do it's up to you how you do the meditation with your mother, with like I said, with the drum, nice music, nice candle, incense stick, something. Find your way. And once again, not judging to any information. Just let's recognize information. Let's start loving ourselves. Okay, more. Let's start loving ourselves in areas where we never thought about it, like the negative stuff in my mother comes from my mother, comes from my father, comes from my family, comes from my culture. uh, let's start putting some kind of good idea, good love towards it, more than I want to get out of this, I want to get rid of this, something. Always with love. Always we're gonna treat negative things with a lot of respect, with a lot of thankfulness, and with a lot of love, but with a lot of goodbye too. Okay. That's the kind of the mindset, like thank you so much. No, but we cannot say goodbye to negative stuff if we have holding still negative feelings because of it. If you hold negative feelings, it's because you still have the victim in it. No? And right now, I also want to talk a little bit about the victim, the savior, the executor. These things is not they are bad, okay? We will always gonna be um, victimized by something, attacked by something. So we always gonna be having this kind of victim feelings, savior feelings, executor feelings. We always gonna be having it. The thing is that we're gonna learn to recognize them, have the knowledge. Oh, this is my part of. Oh, yeah. My victim is right now is calling me, is telling me, is creating a big storm in me, and it's because of this thing. But I have to remember that everything is me. So I one way or another I create that other thing. So I'm gonna change what I create, and that's how the other thing outside will not happen again. That's how things will change, you know, and we will do things, active things and magical things for it, you know. But just the message is the no bad energy to the victim. Also, don't hate the victim, don't hate the savior, don't hate nothing, please. Love everything. Now give it good positive positive energy, like yeah, it's my victim, okay, yeah, good, I recognize it, because that's how the mind functions. That's how we function. That's how it's part of our functionalities. Feel as a victim. If somebody told me something bad, of course I'm gonna feel bad. That's how the thing works. We're never gonna stop that. There's no way on how to never feel as a victim. If there's somebody that does something to you, of course you're gonna feel bad. But the thing is that if you keep this feeling for a long time and turn it into your daily life, turn it into your way on how to connect with the universe, on your own universe, then that's when it turns into a conflictive thing. And that's why it's called the three conflictive personalities, because these personalities creates conflicts one way or another for you and for the people around and for everything you do. And so, but it's impossible to get out of it, but it's possible to manage it, to learn how to manage it. And by starting to understand it is how we will do that magic. So, and also in this part of the journey, we have to start thinking about the purpose, right? Was the previous class, the purpose. And we will have to start planning small purposes that are possible to achieve in your life, no? Like, so let's start taking some kind of notes, some notes about it. Like, um, health, like let's do classical thing, no? Health, uh, financial, and and love, no? The classical things they they ask, I think, to all tarot card session. Tell me about money, love, and health. So let's have purposes on that, no? If we have some kind of illness or something, let's starting to have a purpose on heal something. No? Maybe not heal the whole thing we got to heal, but let's start for something. Start healing something. Start. That's the way how we will starting to be owners of our own reality by having a small achievement. So let's start thinking. Maybe right now you will not think about the answers. What is what you want to achieve? But that's kind of the homework right now is the meditation in the mother's wand and work on your purpose in this life. So work on your achievements, no? Short time, middle time, big time, what you want to do in this life, how you want to channel your energy. Think yourself as a spaceship, and so where you want your spaceship go, where you want to take it, what experience you want to achieve, or what experience you want to stop, and that is the purpose. Because we all are in either I want this or I want to stop this, I want to change this. And I have 1 minute, so I will call you back. Okay, cheers. Right. So are we getting clear of this part? Like as we're gonna meditate for some time, and how was when we were in the mother's womb, that can give us important information about what is our perspective in this world in general, what is what is our thing, no? Like and what also are not our, what is not ours, what it doesn't belongs to us, no? So in this way, because all this information later on we're gonna use it for start doing positive changes in our bodies, in our psychologies, emotions, minds, and, so in this way we can change, modify our life, our emotions, our body, our organs, our stuff in the way that we want it to be. Because right now we are being just observers. The God was in a observer mode, just watching what this dimension has to offer. Oh, this dimension gives me fear. Oh, nice. I never knew what fear is. So let's observe it. Let's do it. Let's feel it. Let's be in it. So, but what happens is that the God at some point even forgot is a God, and now is starting to be a victim, or is starting to be a savior, a executor. No, the later on we will talk more about those things in detail. But right now we are focused on the fact that we are goddess. We are gods. So we need to start waking up to that idea completely strong, and that like I say, you have to starting to open up to that idea, convincing yourself about it. No, it's not even convincing yourself. It's remembering. That's the correct word to say. Remember. But for remembering, you have to use many methods, right? You got to convince yourself. You have to wake up every morning and say, yes, I am a goddess, I am a god. I came here by myself. No, even if people that comes from a rapism or has a or crazy situations, no, this life offers different situations, different strong scenarios. No, because we as gods, we want to experience many things, many different things. So what happens in these cases? No, people that comes by a rapism, and then the child born, and then gonna have all this information. Is basically same thing. Is this God, this cosmic God, that came to experience such a situation, and only him, he will have the psychology necessary to understand such a thing, to deal with it, to live that kind of life, and hold the feelings that this person will hold, the understand life in the way this situation will make somebody to understand life. Okay, so will be different ways that's why how we understand this world. That's why Albert Einstein is right. The, the, with his laws, no, like relativity. So what is for you is for you. What is for me is for me. And so, like I say, for a child born from a rapism is a cosmic god or goddess, and now has to wake up and do the same thing. What the information that's coming from my mother, coming from my father, is not completely mine. It's not really mine. It's simply information that was installed in me. It was programmed. It was passed to me. It was given to me. Because I needed to have this information for later on my journey. So that's how we will understand this thing in order to start. So in that way, there is a positive environment for healing, for adding, for integrating, for releasing, for healing, for putting things in order. And it's very strong. I know we are touching very strong fibers in here, but it's kind of like the mindset that we want to go for, so we can have this cosmic direction of what's happening, because we can just get into emotional support area or into psychological uh, healing methods. But in here we are talking about the deep thing, us, the God, the free spirit, the soul, the God, the goddess, right? So we need to be more focused on that area, because later on, if you are God, if you really understand you're a goddess, you accept it, you convince yourself, you remember it, then gods have powers. Gods have all sorts of powers, amazing, incredible powers, and they use it, and they do magical things, impossible things, things that other people cannot do, because they are people thinking that as a people and a person, and I have no power. The power is in somewhere else, somebody else has it, in another dimension behind the clouds. That's where the people has the powers. In here, walking on the ground, no, nobody has the powers. Humans are imperfect. No, there's no perfect humans. So yeah, then there's no room for nothing magical, no improve, no things. All we got to do is just accept and deal, and I don't know, and that's why we end up thinking all sorts of things sometimes. Our mind just got lost on the mind itself. because the mind is a very big, it's a wide, um, it's a wide house. It's a big house, has millions of rooms. In every room there is a truth, there is a concept, and so we are jumping from rooms to rooms in our mind. One we stay in one room for 5 years, but then our mind changes because of something happens outside, we met somebody or something happens and change our minds, so we get out of that room and we go to another room. Now that room has all the real knowledge, and that's how our mind thinks. That's why the mind don't has the answers. The mind just is a tool, it's a spiritual tool for to understand the outside world and make the outside world understand the inner world. That's basically what mind is. One of the biggest functions of mind. Mind is not the one that has the answers. We get the answers through using mind. We get our truth outside of our soul by using mind. Mind is a tool. Mind is not the teacher, it's not the ruler, has not the things. No, there is a thing people say that everything is mental, that you can control things with the mind, but that is true in a way, but that also is very connected to the heart. The mind itself cannot do nothing. The mind needs a body where to exist, needs a spirit what to talk about, what to feel. It needs a lot of things. Mind, and so we're gonna use our beautiful mind, because we have to be very good friends with our mind and don't think badly about our mind. Just it's like a horse, so just take your horse where for the nice lands where you want your horse to walk. Simple as that. If you allow your mind go into wild areas, well, you're gonna experience wild situations, experiences. So mind is something like we have to take care of, guided with our heart, guided with our conscious, guided with our positive love, and God, mind is our best friend. There's no like meditations for shut down your mind. It's not real meditation. It's impossible to shut down the mind. But what is possible is to wake up the spirit, so then the mind see things. In meditation, when we are watching colors or forms or creatures, other dimension things, that what you see, that is the soul. That is the no, that is the spirit. Sorry, not the soul. That is the spirit. And what you're thinking when you're meditating, you're thinking, oh yeah, Monday I have to do this. Oh yeah, I have to wash my clothes. Oh yeah, I have to write an essay. Oh yeah, I have to call my boss. I got to see my sister. Do this, do that. That is the mind. The mind is telling you things, talking to you things, words, things. That is the mind. The body, of course, we know what the body is. The body, but then the soul is what is around the body, outside, and the spirit is either inside or is. In metaphysics, they show us that the soul, the spirit is on top of us, is this the higher self, and we have to bring it downwards, right? Well, I know you study metaphysics, but that's what the thing, we have to bring it downwards to us. We have to invocate it and do meditations for it to invite it nicely, invite our God, because we are a drop, one single drop of the spiritual ocean. And the spiritual ocean is made out of millions of drops. And you are one of those drops. So you are God. God is in you because you are God. And so we like to start opening up our mind to that idea in real ways. And because the successful of this school, the successful of you as a shaman, the successful of everything depends on this very in this thing that you convince yourself that you're a god, is you're a god. But I won't leave you just alone doing that, right? Like, yeah, just convince yourself and things. We want to talk with all of you to start preparing for a Pachamama ceremony for blessing the whole group. You as a students and me as the teacher. And so in the shamanic school, one of the things that we do is this. We do ceremonies, a lot of ceremonies, and so it's part of the dynamic to do one ceremony with the shamanic rite ash altar with all the elements to let Pachamama know about us, to let Pachamama know about our project, um, and present our intentions, so then we get blessed by our beloved planet with this matter, with this project. And so let's start thinking to maybe next week do this, and either we can do it all together because we are in Edmonton. Sarah, are you here in Edmonton? Yes, okay. So we all are here in Edmonton in this group. So we all can meet somewhere, maybe here in my house or maybe somebody else's house. Let's think about it. And we're gonna do a ceremony for us. And so that's one of the biggest things that I wanted to talk with you today. It's about it. And then we also through my school, the shaman school, I'm already contacting them to for us, because it's kind of part of the dynamic of the school to receive from time to time ceremonies from other shamans, not me, other shamans. They are from the school. Shamans has many years on practice on this thing, and they are very well known in the shamanic group down there in South America. And what they do is these things of the energy can cross barriers, can cross things, because when you are God, when you wake up the God in you, the goddess in you, then there's no impossibles. And so the energy can cross through the internet. Even if we're doing it online, even if it's a recording video, you were not present in the moment, but once you open the file, you watch the video, you be there, is gonna be the same energy, Pachamama, because the ceremony that we're gonna do next week, Pachamama gonna know about us as this group. So after that, everything that we do is gonna be like a group. And so then after that, when you watch the video, the energy gonna come to you. And so there is the shaman is gonna be on the other side, doing things for us and us as students. Along the months, we're gonna start receiving these energies from the planet, from the magic, from the shamans, and these energies, they have a way to work is by a natural reading of you. They start working and healing and doing strong things like emotional, financial, social, physical. They start healing. Okay, that's part of the school. We're gonna, but also these things we're gonna talk with them how much it's gonna be. Of course, it's not gonna be nothing expensive, but we will have to talk about it, how it's going to be the dynamic of getting that thing done, that part done, getting these shamans to do these rituals for you. And plus you will be doing things for yourself, of course, and I will teach you how to do it, how you will open up your shamanic space, how you will invoke the energy, how you will do it, how you will put this thing in that place, this thing in that other place, and everything. So will be good. But right now, let's come back to the class, and it's gonna be um, 7-day meditation in our mother's womb for healing, no? For recognizing and for understanding information. Okay. Somebody wants to say something, please? Sarah, feed me back.
I'm just really excited about the shaman ritual.
Nice, nice.
Is it going to be this Thursday or next week?
Yeah, next week probably Saturday,
Okay.
Saturday afternoon or something like that.
Okay.
Okay. And what you are understanding so far right now about this?
That with the meditation, we're going to go back to when our like true selves met the cell and differentiate what we picked up from our parents versus what's ours, and then remembering what we were before we were the cell and embodying that.
Yeah. But it's mostly during all the time in the womb, not
Mm-hmm.
remembering when in the cosmos. That was the previous meditation. Now we are in the womb.
Mm-hmm.
We just have to be conscious that we come from cosmos, yes, but now we are in the womb, in the cell. We are here now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any questions, Nicole?
I don't think I have any questions. I just think that I really look forward to this meditation process. I feel like just some of the words that you've said about having some of the things that our parents put on us are not about us has already helped me shift into a forgiving mode to to my parents and self for that matter. And so even that goes alone, I'm really excited to see what will come from this meditation because of that,
Great. Yes.
without that judgment, that that kind of coming from a place of forgiveness and love.
Yeah, very good. It's forgiveness and just let them be, right? Our parents were our kind of, yes, and they are our best friends. They give us the body. We were out there in the cosmos trying to have a body. Now we are here. We have the body, body. Where you get a body? You don't buy a body. Nobody can give you a body. You don't find a body. All right. So only your parents are these cosmic volunteers. That's one way we can see it. They are these
Mm,
cosmic volunteers that they help us in this matter of getting a body, so then we can be us and experience the law, the world and life by ourselves. Because after 18, they say, okay, boy, okay, girl, thank you. Now take it from here, right?
yeah.
And so this is it. This is it. Now we're taking it from there. And one of the best ways on how to be good daughters, good sons of our parents is by healing ourselves, taking our responsibility, doing things about us, because that's a way, a healthy son, a healthy daughter. No, it's not having these expectations, these demands, these judgings, these condemns, these curse, these hates, right? It's better I can remember, oh, I'm a goddess, oh, I'm a god, that's right, that's right.
I could already feel kind of resistance there. So this will be a challenge for me.
It's for all of us. Yes, it's for all of us, because, like I say, we have this. It's natural on us to have this expectation, these judgmentals. They have to be perfect. Every
Hmm.
decision they do has to be perfect, or they are the worst people in the world. And so we need to get out of that programmation. It's just us. It's that programmation is from us. It's a negative programmation. It's conflict programmation.
Hmm.
And then one more thing about the god, the goddess is, for example, the example of somebody have a car crash with somebody else. Somebody crashes my car, or you crash somebody else's car, or something happens to you, man. You have problems. You have what is called problems in your life. No, so what? How shamanism explains problems? Why we have problems? When we're gonna stop having problems? Or what's up? What is the explanation? And what my masters explained me is that we have problems because we are justifying our existence in here. We are justifying. We need to. We it's not that we need to, but we plan it that way. Okay, we plan this life. So let's start taking the whole responsibility of the whole thing. We didn't plan today. We planned the whole life. No, and there is many also room for free will. We plan everything, but there's also room for free will. But the thing is that when they crash our car, or we crash somebody else's car, we have problems, no? Or not only the car, this doesn't just one example. If we got whatever other problem we're facing, it's because we are gods and goddesses. And so we need to have some kind of problem to use our powers, to use our goddess, our god problem, powers. So, because if you have a perfect life, not playing, nothing happens, then you don't use your powers, your power of patience, your power of intelligence, your power of emotional control, your power of of taking decisions, your power, many powers that we have, right? As gods, as goddesses, we have all these amazing powers, and we got to use them. But if we get stuck in the victim, stuck in the helper, stuck in the save, in the executor, we got stuck in there, we got blocked in there, then we forgot that we're goddess, then we are affected, we're affected by things, and then kaboom, you're not a god anymore. But we pretty much have to be very easygoing. Okay, very easygoing with problems. We never gonna have stop having. And with this, I don't want to wish you any bad, but I'm just saying we will always gonna have something to do, something to face, some challenge to deal with, and these are opportunities for us to show our magical powers. This is not the universe doing things to us. It's not the retrograde sending you bad things to you, and now you're fucked, now you're the victim, now it's not your fault, it's the universe's fault. No, we got to start taking it, we as us. I'm doing this to me. We also have to start changing our changing our vocabulary on how we say things. No, Like we don't say, for example, I'm not gonna say it because then I will say it to me. So I'm just gonna say, I don't have, and then this negative thing after. Can be a emotional sickness, can be a physical illness. So we don't say I have. We say, either you can say I'm healing from. No, if you have anxiety or you have depression or you have anger, you don't say I have this. You say I'm healing from, I'm learning from. No, we got to be a little creative on finding ways on how to start changing our vocabulary, because the power of our mind, the power of our word are also strong powers, spiritual powers, that we got to be careful on how to use them. It's like in the movie, how it's called, the movie Spider-Man, no? When they told him, you got this big power that comes with a big responsibility. So this is human life. You got a big power with a big responsibility that is yourself. And so with this realization, all our problems should stop being problems. All our problems should start being now uh, chances, opportunities that we plan ahead of time. We plan these things so we can use our powers, our spiritual powers, our shamanic powers, or whatever you want to call it, but your powers. And you have different powers. Some have the power of patience, some have the power of gratitude, some have the powers of harmony, of something. But let's start opening up to these ideas. So what we're going to start doing now in the practical way is we're going to start cutting paper. Okay. Uh, get yourself some paper, whatever paper, and cut it. Cut it in this. Okay. So prepare yourself small pieces of paper like this, but not right now. Right now, just watch. Prepare yourself paper pieces like this, small pieces, and have it in your pocket. Have it in your purse, in your wallet, in your bag, in your pocket, whatever you want. Have it with you. Take it everywhere you go. Or you can also have a thread like this, a string, white, a white thread, and you will have it. And so we're gonna start working with the energies from the universe, the bothers us, the affect us, the victimizes us. Okay, let's start working on the victim from now. And what we're gonna do is tie the string to your finger like this, or and whenever you have a problem with somebody or with something, you will start breaking this. You will say the name of the person. No, the name of the person make me a problem, and now I'm feeling bad. My day is destroyed. I feel terrible. I'm bad. I'm feeling bad. So you will say the name of this person, and you will break the thread. Or you will say the name. If it's not a person, it's a situation, you will say the name of the situation, and you will break the paper. You will say, I'm not your victim. Okay, these are the magical words. I have I have to face a big test in the or I failed the test in the university or something happens to me. I'm not your test in the university. I'm not your victim. Boom, you got the paper. Your boyfriend lied to you. Boyfriend name, I'm not your victim. You got the paper, and then you both throw it to garbage. This will do nothing, any magic, bad magic to the person we are having the problem with. Okay, it's not black magic like we're sending a course to the person. Nothing like that. It's just in our own psychology. We're gonna start cutting victim, cutting energies, so we don't hold it, because it's not possible to just have a negative situation and just say, oh my God, I'm full of love. I watch a million nice posts. I read books. So nice. But no, that's a mask. You have the feelings inside. You have to do, because energy, it doesn't get destroyed. Energy gets transformed into something else. So that energy will transform in a anger, will transform in a sadness, will transform in a anger, will transform in a depression, will transform in violence. It transforms in many things. So we got to transform it in us, starting to deal, do practical, actual thing about energies that are interacting with us. So from now on, this will be your shamanic tool on how to start into dealing with things. And this is very useful, you will see. Like this thing or this person is happening to me, or this illness, this problem is happening to me. So I'm not your victim. Diabetes, I'm not your victim. Okay? Um, this will be everything for today. Um, so let's get very lovey-dovey to ourselves. Like I will always tell you, take care of yourself a lot, love yourself, like more than judge yourself, analyze yourself, understand yourself. um, and then either if you're grown, then well, okay, understand it, you're grown, accept it. If you're right, you're right, nice, own it. If you're wrong, you're wrong, and that's it. No make more problems about it. You're wrong, and next time you will not be wrong. You will do better. That's the positive attitude to problems, to things. Not complain about it. In this school, we will learn about to not complain. How complain doesn't take you to nothing, to nowhere, and because it's part of the powers of the victim, the complaining. So we will learn ways on how to change our vocabulary, our mindset about this thing. And maybe it will be very strong for some of you to, like, it will be a shock, will be a crazy thing, because like we were saying in the classes before, if somebody does something to you, is the problem is not in that person, the problem is in you. There's something in you that needs to be changed, and so the thing outside will not happen again. And this is very real, this is very true. So let's start opening up slowly to these kind of ideas, to start waking up the god, the goddess, because otherwise the god will not appear, this energy will not be created in us, will not and then that's what we need to achieve in this school. Like the first thing, install the god, the goddess in us. We are, and first thing is by accepting that our universe is us. Because if somebody does something to you, it's not is not there, it's not him, because it's your life, it's not his life, it's your life. So the thing is happening to you. He did it, yes, she did it, yes, but did it to your life. So it's your responsibility, it's your energy. So we will find ways on how to heal, how to modify things on us for the good, and then so things will be different now. So I hope with this you have a good time tonight, to have a good material enough to think about, to reflect, and have a good shamanic time. And I give you a lot of thanks and love, and we will be in touch soon. My my blessings for the whole time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.